Come on, ladies. I hope your men are a part of those 1.5 million. Here we are today, taking the campaign to the next level. And we have some very respected people on the panel with us today who are known for the fabulous work that they do. First up, please welcome on stage the co-founder of the NGO Akshara and someone who has worked really hard towards empowering women, Dr. Nandita Shah.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, is laundry a woman's job? First up.
I don't think there is any job that is saying, let's do it together, because it's our
Contribute
joint work.
equally, yes.
Yes, and it's our joint work. Running a house, it's everybody's house, and everybody needs to come together. And that's the message that we need to give to our new generation. And I think they are ready.
I'd like to share something. You know, my husband is someone who does more than I do. So he contributes more to the home than I do. And I feel very proud of that. And I think I'm very lucky and blessed that it may be unequal in the other way. Okay. Now what we're looking for here is behavioral change. But behavioral change just doesn't come about like that. Behavioral change comes along with a change in mindset, an increased awareness. So how do we achieve that change in mindset? That's something that is so deep-rooted, isn't it?
I feel that it's a slow process, but today you see a lot of change that is there. The fact that you got...
She is a woman that a lot of women really admire and look up to. Please welcome on stage the very lovely Tabu!
Happy Women's Day to everybody.
Happy Women's Day to the two
men also.
Lovely ladies here on stage. Tabu, first up, looking great. Looking very nice. Lovely having you here for an event like this.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, one needs women of substance like her for thoughts like this. So, first up, I'm going to ask you this Share the Load campaign. It started a year ago. It's basically about, you know, equality as far as household chores are concerned, equality in responsibility at home. What are your thoughts on this message, Share the Load?
So, I'm here in this event because of the film that I saw a few days back. And I was skeptical about doing this event till I saw the film. And it said so much without saying it so loudly that I came back and I got back to the people who had called me for the event, and I said, listen, I'm doing the show because it's connected to the film. And without going into details and intense details, what spoke to me was the fact that it's actually the father who has this realization. You know, I think that's what really spoke to me so loudly. And in just that one shot, it says so much about conditioning, about families, about the man-woman relationship. And it's a fantastic film. No doubt that it's gained momentum and the whole world is talking about it and actually endorsing it and re-endorsing it in so many ways. So I think campaigns like this are wonderful, that can, work at a subliminal level, but work at the core and basic place where change needs to happen.
So this film really resonated very well with you. Can you share with us maybe some incidents closer home about sharing the load?
Actually, when I saw the film, I immediately thought of this uncle I have and another cousin, males. Of course, uncle is male, but who was so particular about doing their laundry themselves that they never allowed anybody to touch their clothes. They did their laundry themselves, and in a time where there were no washing machines either. And they ironed their clothes, and they kept it in the most meticulous manner in their wardrobes, and nobody was allowed to handle their clothes. So that's what I remembered, yeah.
So you have people from your family who've been sharing the load, and that's why this film connected also so well with
Yes,
you.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, there are few, but nevertheless.
All right. Okay, time now to invite on stage two amazing people, two actors who have wowed audiences with their incredible talent and time again, riveting performances. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Supriya, Pathak and Pankaj Kapur. Good afternoon to the both of you.
Good afternoon.
Pankaj-ji, you are an extremely evolved gentleman. Please do tell us how much you shared the load with Supriya-ji.
Well, thanks for calling me evolved. I thought I was in the process. Well, as far as sharing the load is concerned, I think it came quite naturally to both of us. When we got married, we were quite clear that everything is going to be 50-50 between the two of us. So, but I'm happy that it is happening on a public level today in terms of advertising, in terms of people actually talking about it, sharing it. As far as we are concerned, we always have had this thing of doing everything together. And there are, frankly, many examples, starting with when we got married. We are both actors, so we used to go our own way, and there was very little time that we could spend together. And then we decided to open a company of our own so that our children are together with us, and we are able to share the load of a household and profession equally with each other. So for us, to be honest, it started many years back since we got married. But yes, as a concept, I was always in agreement with it and was a part of it. The fact that today's man should address this is also from the point of view that from time immemorial, the parts between men and women were divided. But in today's time, when both of them are doing a lot of work professionally, therefore it's time that men realized that they should be sharing everything together. I would say it is true for both the partners in a relationship where they should be able to take on whatever comes their way as an equal part of sharing, whether it is the household work or the outside responsibility.
Supriya-ji, how much did he actually share the load? I really want to... I'm not talking about professionally, I'm talking about at home. How true are his words? I'd like to know from you, I'm not disregarding anything you said, but also how much did sharing of the load improve relationships improve your relationship?
I think what he said is absolutely true. I mean, we have and he has shared almost everything in the house as much as he was saying outside. I personally feel that is what brought our relationship, cemented everything into our relationship, because the children were not my responsibility alone, it was ours. The house was not my responsibility alone, it was ours. So he was as responsible for a mistake or the good in the house as I was. So there was not that I could blame him or he could blame me. So we had to work together towards doing everything right or wrong, whichever way, and bettering the wrong. So it kept happening all the time, and I'm sure in every relationship this happens all the time. You are going to make mistakes and you're going to learn, but if you're not sharing the load, then you have somebody to blame and keep your hands up and say, I've got nothing to do with it. But here, because it didn't happen, I think it really cemented our relationship.